presenter is the current coordinator of athletic academic advisement. Our next presenter is the current coordinator of athletic academic advisement and retention and our Champs Life Skills coordinator, a longtime assistant football coach. He then served as head coach of the program in 2001 and 2002 and worked very closely with our next inductee. For the induction of Daniel Harrison, please welcome Reverend Arnold Jeter.
Thank you, Ira. I'd like to say good evening to everyone, and I too would like to congratulate all the inductees, present and past. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure for me to present the next inductee, present to all and introduce to some. Our next inductee, Daniel Harris. His accomplishments are well documented by our Sports Information Director, Ira Thor. And Dan, as written in your program, and I won't go over all this, but he's a three-time first-team All-NJAC. He is the all-time leading rusher at NJCU in the history of the school. He's had 2,592 yards in 29 games, scored 17 touchdowns, 9 100-yard games, and 2 200-yard games, and 219 yards in 3 quarters versus Kane. And those of you who follow football, you know that's a mighty trait. In 2000, he was the Tony Messina Memorial Trophy winner. He was named first team All-ECAC. And he ran for 281 yards in 3 quarters versus Kane University. He is 2-time All-ECAC Division III Offensive Player of the Week. And there's more, but I won't take all the time to talk about his football accomplishments. I'd like to take this time and talk a little bit about Dan Harrison, the person, the man, and his character. And you know, character is who you are when no one else is looking. Dan is a role model. He was a conscientious student that went to class and did his work. He was a good school citizen. I can always vividly recall when Dan was involved in community service, when he willingly and joyfully, with a beautiful attitude, went to A. Harry Moore, where he tutored, mentored, encouraged, and worked with those students who were challenged physically and emotionally. Dan also was responsible for being involved in community service when he went in what we call Read Across America, when he went to all the elementary schools reading to elementary school children. And I can vividly recall, I was just sitting there thinking about this, when we used to go to the Early Childhood Learning Center where the late Dr. Klein, Janet Klein, was the director, and to see Dan with the time he spent reading with those children. Dan also was involved in something that's very close to my heart and my wife's heart. We have a ministry called Project Faith. And it's a ministry where we work with young men who have been incarcerated and have lost their way. And Dan would go and talk to them and encourage them and let them know that we fall down, but we get up. And Dan would tell them, you can make it. And I knew there was something special about him. And to me, this is what a Hall of Famer should be. Great on the field, great on the court, great in track, bowling, whatever your sport is, but great off the field. Dan is a born-again Christian. He's called to preach the gospel, and he will soon be doing his trial sermon. I present to you number 26 on the football field, but number 1 in my heart. Let us receive Dan Harrison.
Evening, everybody. I wasn't prepared to write a speech. Thank you, Tara. But first, I want to truly thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for being here this opportunity. Thanks to Hall of Fame inductees, those who are inducted in. Congratulations to everybody else who was inducted in today, past and present. It's truly a blessing for me to be up here. New York City University was very important to me in my college life. When I first got here, I left junior college. Didn't know where I really want to go. Met Coach Jeter, and I just knew this was the right place for me to be at. It's funny, after my first year, which was my most successful year, I had an opportunity to leave the school and go to Penn State, Florida A&M, and Rutgers had offered me to come there. But I turned that down because it was something special here. And it was one of the good decisions I ever made. Being here not just taught me how to be a good football player, but a good student. Like Coach Jeter said, I did a lot of community work, working at A. Harry Moore. Just being with them kids taught me to appreciate life. You know, that I am blessed to be able to do what I could do, and how God had given me a talent. And watching them kids couldn't do the things that I couldn't do, but still had joy in life. Truly was a blessing to me, and I think I could not learn that anywhere but at New Jersey City University. I truly like to thank my mom, my family who are here. My mom was very important to me in going to school. She didn't like coming to the games. You know, she didn't want to see her little 26 get hurt. But she was very supportive. You know, she was always there for me, always, you know, give me advice how to get through school, how to get through life. I like to thank definitely my teammates, you know, who was there for me, supported me. Was a big reason why I wanted to stay at New Jersey University, because I felt the family here. I felt that we had a family, regardless of what the record was, you know, regardless of the outcome of the game. We was a family. You know, we stuck together. Still to this day, we are in contact with each other. So it truly had been a blessing for me to be here. Like I said, I had opportunities to go many places. I really did. But God had blessed me to be here. He put me here for a reason. And I did so many works at New Jersey University, like Coach said, at A. Harry Moore. We did ministries. I mean, even during a couple of years, we did Bible study in school, you know, because we wanted to make a difference. You know, we was taught to make a difference, and we try to do the best we can at that. And it truly was a blessing to be here. And once again, I'd like to thank the committee for voting in, my family, you know, for being there, supporting me. Coach Jeter, I love you. You know, the hurts and the pains that I've been through my 4 years here, crying and hurting and how to get through this and how to get through that and why we can't win and, you know, why is this? And you were just there to support me in every aspect. And I just felt like I couldn't get that nowhere else. I couldn't get it at Penn State. I couldn't get it at Florida A&M. I couldn't get it at Rutgers. This school provided for me, you know, provided my education. And, you know, just that hard work of going to school. You know, the professors didn't care that I was a football player. And I needed that. I needed to be spoiled. I needed to be pushed. You know, Daniel, you're not going to be an NFL player. You're not having this and that. And that was true. You know, I had tryouts. I went there and there. But it was my education that got me my job now. And, you know, I thank my professor for that, who pushed me to get my education, to graduate, and not just focus on trying to be a professional football player, but trying to do something better, you know, if that don't happen. And so I appreciate that from my professors. Once again, I just thank the committee. I thank everybody. This is definitely just a joyful moment for me and my family. Never expect for this to happen, but it did, and we are definitely blessed for it to be honored this way. And once again, thank you.